Good evening, everyone, and welcome to another episode of MS Answers. Sorry we're a day late, but I had an MS flare-up yesterday and was not doing well. Doing much better today, though. Like I said before, flare-ups and MS, they call MS a snowflake disease because it's different for everyone. But I'm going to talk a little about different types of MS and different types of therapies. And then we're going to talk a little about the public policy conference and how you can help. This is MS Awareness Month. March is. Our colors are orange. So if you get a hold of an orange ribbon, we ask everyone to wear one. And if you can't, that's all right too. I haven't gotten mine yet. But March 12th to the 19th is actually MS Awareness Week. That's where we ask everyone to go to your legislators and ask to talk about some things that are near and dear to MS research. And I'll go over that later. First, I'd like to tell people that if you have relapsing MS, keeping tabs on your symptoms and how they change over time is an important part of condition management. Knowing if your symptoms are under control or getting worse can help your healthcare team make treatment decisions. Here are a few simple steps you can take to ensure accuracy in symptom tracking. Take note. Make sure you take a journal and record all your symptoms and everything day to day. Adhere to a regime. Remember, never stop or skip your medication without letting your doctor know. Don't ignore side effects. The most important thing is that you speak to your healthcare provider right away and discuss possible solutions for managing side effects. Talk honestly and openly. Being honest with yourself and your healthcare provider can help you both figure out if you're experiencing a relapse or if you need a new treatment plan. Now, for patients with relapsing MS, keeping tabs on your symptoms obviously is a very important thing to do, because otherwise you won't know what's going on and your doctor won't know what's going on. To me, self-advocacy is simply equipping yourself with knowledge about relapsing MS, treatments, medications, and your own medical history. Google is a great way to do that. If you're thinking about a new medication, Google it, because it'll tell you what it does, if it's an interferon, and what the side effects are, so you'll know what to expect. I did that when they had the original ABCR drugs. They didn't have all this Kesimpta and Ocrevus and everything. I first went on Rebif, and I started having flu-like symptoms from one shot to the next, and I only took the shots 3 times a week. I did the same thing when I was on Avonex. And most recently I was on Copaxone, and it just stopped working for me. I had to take a daily shot there. But some of them are daily, some of them are weekly, some of them are monthly, or like Ocrevus is 2 times a year. After your first initial shot, infusions, which take about 4 to 6 hours, because you also have to steroids, and you have to wait and they have to see how you're doing. You only take an infusion twice a year. That's a really good one. But I proactively share with people that knowledge with your healthcare team is great. Simply put, I try to do everything I can to help them help me, because that's important. Now, you want to manage types of relapsing MS symptoms, and these symptoms go not only with relapsing MS, but they can go with secondary progressive or progressive MS. So they're not strictly for relapsing MS. I mean, they can be daunting. Managing them sometimes can be hard. I'm going to tell you about 2 types of symptoms and suggestions your healthcare provider may make to help. One is pain and fatigue. For pain, your doctor may recommend over-the-counter or prescription pain relievers. Exercise, massage therapy, cognitive behavior therapy, or relaxation techniques. For fatigue, sleep problems might be improved with physical exercise, occupational therapy, stretch management, psychotherapy, and lots more. Vision. Sometimes you can get optic neuritis, and that's seeing double or your vision getting worse. If you have optic neuritis and problems with eye movement are particularly severe, because you can't help where things are spinning and moving back and forth, your doctor may prescribe a course of steroids that can help inflammation subside. Wearing a patch or glasses with lenses that realign 2 images can help with double vision. And that's one problem that I have when my MS starts flaring up. Now, some of the different drugs, and I can put these in the comments later on, are Avonex, which is once-a-week interferon beta-1a, beta-serone for relapsing remitting MS, secondary progressive MS, and active progressive MS. It's an interferon 1b, and it's, I believe, once a month. Copaxone, 20 micrograms is once a day, 40 micrograms is every other day. Rebif is for relapsing remitting MS. Active secondary progressive MS, it's 3 times a week, is an interferon beta 1b. Then there's Kesimpta, Aubagio, Tysabri, Ocrevus, and Zeposia, which is once every day. So see, you've got a whole bunch of options there for your treatment. But only you and your doctor know what's best for your treatment. So, like I said, I urge you, even before you go to the doctor to talk about treatment, to at least look up some of these drugs. Because relapsing symptoms are getting worse, followed by recovery. And those happen with all the different kinds of MS. Now I'm going to talk to you a little bit about what you can do to help. Now, coming up this weekend, there's a bunch of MS advocates going to Washington, D.C. for what's known as a public policy conference. But if you're not going and you still want to help, there's a lot you can do. Go to the National MS Society website, nationalmssociety.org. Go to Get Involved, Advocate for Change, and sign up to be an advocate. There you can get letters to send to your congresspeople and senators, and you can get what the issues are. There's a whole lot of issues that they're working on this time, so I couldn't even tell you what to start with. What I would start with, though, is the Congressionally Directed Medical Research Program, the CDMRP. I remember in its infancy, the CDRP, we were asked to ask Congress to fund the CDRP for $10 million, and they started out at $5 million. Now it's all the way up to $47.5 million. $1 billion. Okay, everyone, if you want to help, you need to go on the National Multiple Sclerosis Society.org site and sign up to be an advocate. If you don't want to sign up to be an advocate, you can still help by looking up who your senators and congresspeople are and your local legislators, And there's a letter online, and if you can't find it, feel free to email me and I will get it to you. And all you to email or message me on Facebook at Tanya Derenberger. The one biggest thing what we're trying to do is helping fund for the National Institute of Health, which also funds the CDMRP, the Congressionally Directed Medical Research Program. And a lot of what that started as, I remember when it started, we were trying to get them to fund it for $10,000, and they funded it for $5,000. There's probably 70,000 veterans in the U.S. living with multiple sclerosis, and around 20,000 of those living with MS receive care through the Veterans Health Administration. Around 12,000 seen by the VHA each year have been diagnosed with MS that was deemed service-connected. In other words, it's some chemicals and things they used overseas during the war. In fiscal year 2023, the MSRP received $20 million in funding. So we're asking for more in funding this year. I know the National Institute for Health, when we started it, we asked for a low amount. But over the years it has grown, and for 2023, they received $47.5 billion. I'm not sure right now what they're asking for, but you can look through the National MS Society website and type in Public Policy Conference in the search bar, and it'll give you all that information. It'll also give you information on how to look up your state legislatures and your federal legislatures. So I urge you to do that. So thanks for watching, and if you have any questions, again, please message me. Have a good weekend.